So bring me up to speed on the injuries, your questionable guys.
KP will probably be out. Joe is out with a bad ankle, and then of course Lance with the fractured eye.
Okay, so probably out for KP. Is he going to warm up still?
Yeah, I don't even know. You know, he was going around this morning, but he's. I don't know if he's going to go out there and try it one more time or not. You know, I haven't talked to the trainers yet.
Okay. So with Ron Baker, I know some of your, however, I'm not going to ask you your starters, but with some of your decisions were going to be kind of based on who was in, who was out, but it seemed like Ron was a guy you were not wavering on in terms of being in the starting lineup tonight. What did you see from him the other night?
Yeah, Ron was just solid. You know, we're trying to get guys out there at the same time that are in the right spots. You know, I think Ron knows the game, so he's supposed to be on the weak side. He had a couple nice hedges the other night that we're asking our guys to do, and I think he runs some solid play out there for those guys. And when you put another guy in like that, sometimes it gives them a lift. That's what we're hoping for.
So without minus, I mean, I guess KP is still sort of maybe not situation, but definitely knowing that Noah's out, who's one of your starters. I mean, what do you think about the chemistry? It seems like whoever you have on the floor tonight is going to be a group that hasn't started together.
Right, and that's the hard thing when you have injuries, stuff like that. So, you know, guys going to just have to step up. They're going to be playing with guys. And, you know, I've said it before. It's not like they don't play with these guys in practice, and you know, they know each other's games. They know their positions. So, really, I don't think it should be that big a deal. There might be some reads when a guy makes a move and he's a little late with it, but you know, for the most part, it's next guy up. You get out there, it gives guys opportunities. They're going to want to try to take advantage of those.
When you were coaching Isaiah a few years ago, did you ever envision him becoming the player he's become now?
Well, he was pretty good back then too. So you know, he averaged over 20 points a game in Sacramento. When we got him, he was doing the same thing. We had three guards, so his minutes were probably, we tried to rotate the three of those guys around. So his minutes were probably a little less than they were in Sacramento. And I think he was still averaging 18 points a game or something like that. So he knows how to play. He's a competitor. He doesn't let anything rattle him. He had some great games for us, and won us games. And he's small, but he knows how to use that. If teams try to trap, it's very hard to trap him. He's got a great basketball mind that way, where he knows. He understands. He sees the floor. If a guy is going to jump out, he goes, okay, I can just take my one quick dribble, get around him, and make a pass out of there, and then they have a 4-on-3. So he's a tough guy to deal with.
Has he added anything to his game since you coached?
Well, I think his confidence level just continues to grow, day by day. I think he feels at this point that nobody can stop him, and that's what makes him tough. When a guy has that extreme level of confidence, they feel they can do anything. Do one thing and he adjusts, and that's some of that's experience. The more you're in this league, the more you see everything, and then things become slow and easy, and that's where he's at right now.
Jeff, I know it's next man up in the league, but how hard has it been without Kristaps?
He's one of our best players with Carmelo, so it's always tough that way. But again, we have guys that can play. It's tough when you look back and say, okay, we lost a bunch of these close games. If we would have had them, we would have won them, and then the whole outlook looks differently. But you can't look that way. All you can do is play with what you have, and we're still not out of any race. We're hoping to get him back as soon as possible, and you never know. When you look out in the East, you got your teams that are kind of standing out. Obviously, Cleveland and Boston and Toronto have been stepping it out. But the rest of the teams, you could go on a 5-game win streak, and all of a sudden you're right there again. So we need win 1 before we get win 5.
No, you said that. No. But I mean, you said no, is that?
That could be Marshall Pullman. Could be. Could be Kyle Quinn. Could be Billy. Could be Billy. Could be Mello. Maybe I'll put Mello at the time.
Porzingis might not be able to go both. The rest of the day, he's playing tomorrow. Or do you know yet anything about?
No, we just wanted to play as soon as we can. We're at the back-to-backs. Again, tonight will be a night. Tomorrow's our 4th game in 5 nights. We're going to go in there tonight, try to win the game. If things aren't looking good, then maybe we'll have to get some guys out. And the same for tomorrow night. But our goal is to try to go out there and win tonight.
This morning we were talking on the Brothers meeting, and he said that essentially I just coming from my teammates, and that's all I'm focused on. You get a sense that he's just trying to tune anything with management out right now?
Well, I think Carmelo's been around long enough to see all kind of things. He's dealt with you guys for 6, 7 years now, and things that are out there written. And he's very good about that. He handles all that stuff pretty well. He knows there's a lot of stuff out there, whatever meetings, whatever rumors, whatever. He's focused on winning the game. He's in there with his teammates. It's a good group of guys. They get along well together, so they're playing for each other. And I think that's where Carmelo's attitude is. He wants this team to win and get it turned around, and that's his focus.
Did you touch on it?
Just briefly. But he's pretty good with it. He kind of shrugs it off, and he's dealt with these things before, so he knows what he's doing.
Jeff, for you?
Again, that's something it's kind of new to everybody. There's been a lot of stuff, but again, our focus is try to win basketball games. We're trying to keep the guys up and positive, and when you're in a losing streak like this, it gets tough. Guys get annoyed or frustrated, whatever it is, and as coaches, we're just trying to that next game, hey, that could be the game that turns it around for us, and that's the focus.
Is that what you attribute to Brandon Jennings? Brandon said some things that happened the other day. You come in here, you don't know who's going to play. It's kind of inconsistent. And Hornacek had some weird photos that he posted that he deleted. I mean, do you think they're just very, very frustrated?
Well, everybody is. Expectations with these guys. They come out thinking they're going to win all the games, and when they don't, it gets to you. But that's when you got to stay strong and stay together. And things that have been talked about. I think our guys are focused for tonight's game. They really are.
Jeff, the injuries and just kind of playing around with the lineups, how much has that allowed you to experiment not only with the lineups but also how you want to play, and how much more experimenting do you want to do?
Well, sometimes you just, I don't know if we're experimenting. You got to get the next guy in there, and maybe a little bit with Ron bringing Courtney in off the bench. Just to mix it up when you keep losing doing the same thing, not that it's any of Courtney's fault, it's just trying to do something different. Again, we're still waiting for KP to come back, and obviously Joe out tonight mixes up some more. But I thought guys that stepped in there, Ron, Kuz, they did a nice job the other day.
What do you think of the lineup, the Hawks? Because it went past by in the last few days of everything, but what do you think of that 4 guards and no sap lineup the Hawks throughout there?
Well, they play like that at times, and they had Muscala, who usually comes in and plays a little bit of 5. So, this league's going small. I think teams, you'll see the Celtics sometimes with Crowder at a 4. It's a bunch of small guys out there. So, teams are starting to do that.